All right, guys, got all the bed plate bolts off, the top, the sides, everything's ready to come off. I did a few shorts already showing some of the steps that need to be taken. I'm going to go through a few little the basics before we take it all the way off, and then I'll show you guys a little bit of the things that I was talking about. So let's go ahead and go over here. Let's check it out, and we'll get this bed plate off right now. So the bed plate's already off, you guys. Top bolts are out. Side bolts are out. Everything's ready. Quick little thing, guys. Like I was saying, I made a few shorts right here. Engine stand. This bolt's got to come out. See how that one's in? Got to come out. You forget, you're going to be prying, and you're going to totally forget. Also, make sure you get these side bolts out because you're going to be prying, and then you're going to forget. There's a few little tricks that you can run for this kind of stuff. Here's what I usually do is right here, where that nub is at, right there, spray some WD-40 because that builds a lot of rust. Same thing right there. That thing right there, spray some WD-40. Like I said, bolts are out, top bolts are out, everything's ready. I usually stick it right in here, pry up on it a little bit. That means this side's ready. And I come over here, pry up on it a little bit. See? Watch. Right here. Not too far in there, just barely on the edge. See? Ready to come out. See that? Ready to come out. And then, for just to be sure, do this side as well, you guys. Just to be sure. Same thing. Come up. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. Trying to get the sliding right. Right there. See that? It's already ready. It's already splitting. Okay? So, let me go ahead and set this phone up real quick. Like I said, I'm still a beginner, you guys, so bear with me. So don't forget, all the bolts are in there. Those are the bed plate bolts slash crankshaft cap bolts. Don't forget, they're two different sizes. The inner ones are bigger, outer ones are a little bit smaller. Do not forget this, you guys. This is very important. So it's marked back in the spot where it should go back in. Remember, guys, this thing is pretty heavy, so it's not like it just comes out. It'll man it up a little bit. After you've pried it on it a few times, you loosen it up, you know it's shaking back and forth. That means it's ready to come up. You don't want to try to force it. It'll build a little bit of rust here, and then it gets really hard. Not to count that these rubber seals tend to kind of like want to seize up and get stuck to the metal. So it just makes it a little bit hard, especially when the unit is heavy. You won't know, if you've never taken one off, you won't know how heavy it is until you take it off. It's fairly heavy. What I do is I grab one corner, I grab the opposite corner, and then just a little bit of oomph, pick it up, and there it is, you guys. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about so you can see. Excuse me, guys. Like I said, I'm not the best set up yet, but as we move forward, we'll get set up. So there's the crankshaft bearings. Like I told you guys, this carries the lower half of the crankshaft bearings in this housing. So there's the crankshaft bearings. There's a crankshaft, you guys. Those are the bearing journals right there. See? There's your crankshaft right there, you guys. That's it. So don't forget. See? This is the bed plate seal. See it run all along the side right there? That's that front piece that I was showing you guys on those other videos. Runs all along the side. See it? It's all the way down there. See it right there? Well, that one's not on there. That one's actually on here. See it? Right there? That is the bed plate seal. Like I was saying, you guys, I apologize for the video. I'm learning how to do this. I need better equipment. I can only get there with your guys' help. Subscribe, like, help me out, you guys. Let's get this going. Like I said. So let me go ahead and put this down real quick. Bear with me. So there it is, you guys. There it is. So now you have the crankshaft right there. Obviously, you see the two heads, the bed plate. You see the crank journals right there. There's the oiling holes for that the crankshaft releases into the bearings to create the actual bearing that cushions the hit when the explosion happens at the top and the forces want to push down on the crankshaft. The oil pressure right there will keep about 50 psi inside the crankshaft, keeping it from hitting against metal to metal. Okay. And like I was saying, you guys. So there it is. Here are the piston jets. I don't know if you guys see them right there. See those little tubes? See those little tubes right there? Let me see. See that little tube going into the back of the piston? That's your piston jet. Every piston has one. Every piston has one. Like I was saying, they're designed to cool the back of the piston. You see the cylinders, see the pistons all the way in there. That little tube that's facing towards the inside of the cylinder from the bottom of it. Remember, this engine's upside down, so we're looking at the engine from the bottom up, even though we're looking up to down. So kind of confusing. But that little tube right there is it's called a piston jet. That is actually tends to sometimes be a problem on these 6.0s. I haven't really ran into too many with that issue. Once in a while you do run into them. Sometimes overheating will create some crazy stuff with that. It'll release the thread lock that it has on there, and then that piston jet will start leaking out or start getting loose. Then that piston doesn't get any oil and you burn up that cylinder. So there's always some little crazy stuff. See, there's a camshaft, you guys. Camshaft's way in there. There's that piston again. There's that piston jet. This one you can't see because it's on that piston top dead center. This one's at bottom dead center right there. So as you guys can see right there, okay? All right, guys. Well, let me go ahead and get back to it. I need to cover this up. It's already late again. I need to cover this up, and then I can go ahead and just put it away and get back to it in the morning. Actually, tomorrow I got that 2012 F550 that I'm going to go diagnose. So I will let you guys know about it. Then you guys will see what's going on. Something going on with the def on that F550, that 2012 with the 6.7 Powerstroke. That thing's, I believe something's going on. The computer's not recognizing the def as new. It thinks that the def is old, so it thinks the quality's bad. Again, according to the customer, they put in new def. So taking the customer's word for it, assumingly so, something's going to be going on with that def, the def quality sensor. It's a sensor inside that actually reads the quality of the def based on the way it cools down. So we'll get to that. We'll get to that explanation a little bit deeper. But let me go ahead and cover this engine up. We're going to be done for the night, you guys. Really appreciate you guys' help. I hope you guys are able to subscribe, like, help me out, you guys. I really want to make this channel grow. Like I said, real quick, you guys, it's night. Good time to go with your family. Go get some love. Spend some time with your kids. You know, be happy, you guys. Doesn't matter what happened today. Be happy. Remember, there's an old saying. There's an old saying that I remembered. It's in Spanish. So I'll say it in Spanish and then I'll translate it over. In Spanish it goes, si el problema tiene solución, ¿cuál es el problema? Y si el problema no tiene solución, ¿cuál es el problema? Old little thing I remember my parents telling me when I was young. And pretty much what my dad was saying was, if the problem has a solution, then what's the problem? And if the problem doesn't have a solution, what's the problem? You're in the same boat no matter what. So the best thing you can do is try to find a solution to all your problems instead of getting mad about it. Again, you guys, anger will never get you there. Anger will never solve your problems. And anger just pushes everybody you love away. And sometimes there's no return from that anger, you guys. I live it every day. I live it every day. I live with a woman that I abused, and it, just hasn't been easy. Regardless, guys, I love you guys. I really hope that we can grow together. Really hope you guys can help me really grow this channel. I got some pretty good repairs coming up. I plan to build some stuff for myself over time. So let's get this going, you guys. Hopefully in the future too, I get to include you guys into this. Play little games, giveaways, ARP head studs, things like that. Give away some parts, things like that. All right, guys. Love you guys. Be safe. Talk to you guys tomorrow.